So guys, this is chapter 11-3. Now this is going to be the work that I attached on your Google Classroom. I'll go over one example and you guys are going to be responsible for the other three. Okay, total 6 problems. I'll go over 3 problems and you guys are responsible for the other 3. Okay. Like I said, the video from yesterday, all I was saying that the area, so we have a circle and my circles are looking pretty good. The area for a circle would be area equals pi r squared. Okay, and r squared is just the r times r, which is that's what square means. And then for pi, we're going to be using 3.14. Okay, for all of our calculations. Now for the first one, it says find the area of each circle round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so on number 1, I have a circle with the radius of 1.5. Okay, and all I have to do is just plug it into that formula. So we have area equals pi, which is pi is 3.14. 3.14 times r squared, so 1.5 squared. Now if you can't find a calculator that has the square button, all you could do is just multiply 1.5 times 1.5. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take care of this portion right there. So let's do 1.5 times 1.5. That gives us 2.25. So once we solve this portion out, we get that area equals 3.14 times, we squared 1.5. 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25. Okay, and then you just multiply those two numbers. So let's multiply 3.14 times 225. Oops. Okay, let me try it again. Times 3.14. That's 7.05. So my area is going to be going, once you multiply 3.14 times 2.25, we get 7.065. Now they want us to round to the nearest tenth, since, so we're going to look at this number here. So it's going to be 0.1. Okay, so 7.1 is going to be your answer for the first one. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is problem 1. So all we did is multiplied pi times your radius squared. We got our radius and just multiply it by pi. Okay, now let's do number 3. Okay, number 3 is a word problem. It says the area of a circle is 3.14 centimeters. Find the diameter. Okay, so we have a circle. Okay, now they're asking us to find the diameter. The diameter is going to be all this line right here. So not just the radius, the whole line. Now the diameter is made up of 2 radiuses. So this radius. So both of these radiuses combined. So this half plus this half will give you your diameter. So all of this line here is your diameter. Okay. Now they do give you the area. They say that the area is 3.14. So let's put that there. So instead of A, we're going to put 3.14 equals, well, we know what pi is. Pi is 3.14. So 3.14 times my r squared. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we want to get rid of that 3.14. So we divide it out. So let's do that. Let's divide both sides by 3.14. 3.14 divided by 3.14 is 1. Remember, anything divided by itself is 1. So we're left with 1 here. 1r, so 1r squared. Okay. Now to get rid of that square root, or you could just say, what times what gives me 1? It has to be itself. So what times itself gives you 1? Well, the answer is 1. But if you didn't know that, that's okay. You could always take the square root. The square root of r is going to be 1. So we have 1 equals r. So my radius is 1. Now remember, the radius is only half of your diameter. So only this portion here is 1. So this portion here, your radius, that right there is 1. And this other half here is also 1. So how much is your diameter, the whole distance? How much is all this distance here? Well, 1/2 is 1. The other half is also 1. So it's going to be 2. So my diameter equals 2. Okay. Your radius, each radius is 1. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And then the last one, let's go over it. So for number 5, we're going to be using this formula here. It's going to be area equals x over 360 times pi r squared. Okay, and let me see if I can draw that circle here. We have center B. This chord is C. This other chord is A. And then they tell us this here's 19. Here's 19. And they tell us that this degree here is 37 degrees. Just 37 degrees. And all we have to do, guys, is just plug in the numbers in there. So we have x is at how many degrees? So it's 37. So we have area equals x, which is 37, divided by 360, times my pi, which is 3.14, times my radius. Well, this BC here is your radius, so it's going to be 19. So times 19 squared. Okay, let's start off by simplifying this fraction. So 37 over 360, how much is that? Let's find out. See, 37 divided by 360. So that's let's round it out to 0.10, to 0.1. So this here area equals this. When you divide 37 by 360, it's about 0.1. Then we're going to multiply times 3.14 times, now I'm going to multiply that 19 squared. 19 squared is 19 times 19. So let's find out what that is. 19 times 19. It's 361. So times 361. Okay. And all we have to do is just multiply all these together. So 1.1. Sorry, 1.1. I'm so sorry. 0.1 times 3.14 times 361. That gives me, once you multiply all these three numbers, we get that the area equals 113.35. They want us to round to the nearest tenth, so we're going to look at this number. So our answer is going to be area equals 13.4. So we have to round to the nearest tenth. And that is your answer. Okay, guys? Make sure you guys finish all 6 problems, 1 through 6. I did problems 1, 3, and 5. So you guys have to work the other ones out. When you're done, make sure you guys upload it. Stay safe and wash your hands.